Well, we're in the final 2 days of voting in the Métis Nation of Ontario's 2020 election. We have made some amazing progress over the last 4 years. We've expanded cultural activities and celebrations not just for our children and our youth, but for all ages. We have programs in place to help support our seniors as they age at home, and childcare subsidies for our young families. And for the first time in history, we have post-secondary education funding for Métis students. We have education advocates working to help our kids that are struggling in schools, and we have first-class mental health and addiction supports for all of our citizens. And we've secured more than $60 million for Métis housing in Ontario. We're doing more and more to help you where you need it the most. In the area of rights, we signed a new harvesting agreement, eliminated the cap on harvester cards, and set a path forward to finally deal with mobility. We signed 2 framework agreements with the Crown that will continue to advance Métis claims in Ontario and drive negotiations towards further and further investments and supports for you in your day-to-day lives. And finally, we signed the historic Core Self-Government Agreement, which sets us on the path of constitution building and full Métis self-government, realizing the dreams of our ancestors. It has been my honor to serve and to help achieve all of these things for the benefit of our families and our communities. These are certainly challenging times we're living in. The entire world is struggling with a deadly pandemic. People are feeling isolated and scared. And in the midst of all of these challenges, we're seeing racism rear its ugly head. Racism is very real, not just in the US, but here in Canada, and we all need to be vigilant to call it out. I am so very proud that throughout this pandemic, we've remained calm and we've been there to support each other. Under my leadership, we have made millions of dollars in aid available to our citizens to help them cope with COVID, to our seniors and our youth, our women and men, to our veterans, to our LGBTQ and two-spirited citizens, those still in the workforce, those who aren't able to work, to our young families, to our businesses, to all of our citizens who've been impacted by COVID. And we'll continue to support all of you in the weeks and the months to come and long after COVID-19 just becomes a distant memory. We have had 4 great years, and all of our hard-fought gains must not be taken for granted. There is still much more work to do. As some very wise Métis declared some 27 years ago, guided by our spiritual values, we aspire to attain our highest potential, and leadership matters to help get us there. My name is Margaret Froh, and I am asking for your support to re-elect me as President of the Métis Nation of Ontario so that we can continue the momentum fighting for Métis rights and communities in Ontario. For those of you who have already voted, thank you, merci. Please encourage your family and your friends to vote too. For those of you who have not yet voted, there is still time. Voting closes June 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern. And to all of our citizens, please take care of yourselves and each other and stay safe. Merci. Thank you. Merci.